Poland Daily Business Edition. Tonight our guest is Jerzy Bielewicz of Gazeta Bankowa. Sir, welcome to the show.
You're welcome. Thank you for your invitation.
We are now in very hot time in Europe. The election of the new European Parliament are passed. We already know the results, but we don't know still who will be in the new European Commission, a quasi-government, and who will be the head of this government. And I know that you have your suggestions.
I've got my favorites. That's for sure. For me, the election results in Poland are very meaningful. The Law and Justice Party made a very good result, 45% support, and I think that we have good candidates for top jobs in European Commission and President of European Commission. I believe that that's a good time that Central Europe is represented well on the top of European bureaucrat apparatus.
For those who don't know, each European member state of the European Union sends its representative to the European Commission. This is actually a nomination from the local politicians, and there is no election. The government can suggest a person, and we have a situation when since 2014 our representative is Mrs. Bieńkowska, who is not representative for this government, and she has been accused for not acting or acting against the interests of Poland in order to boost the political meaning of the opposition. Right now we will also have our commissioner in the European Union. The question of duties, what this commissioner will do. The Mrs. Bieńkowska was sidelined to say at least, but maybe our ambition should have been higher. But we should demand a higher position, like a chairman of president of the European Commission for Poland, for Hungary, for Czech Republic.
That's for sure, and I believe so. That's we have a lot to offer. For example, European Union and Euro area is in the financial troubles, and for example, my candidate Beata Szydło or Mateusz Morawiecki did a financial turnaround in Poland. And the same could happen in European Union, and would be very desirable, because otherwise we are not out of financial trouble on the European level.
Beata Szydło is an interesting candidate, the person who fought the electoral campaign for Andrzej Duda in 2014 and 15, the person who fought and led the Law and Justice campaign in 2015. As a result, the party has its government, then was prime minister for 2 years, then was ousted, still kept in the Council of Ministers, and right now elected to the European Parliament with over 500,000 votes. Over 500,000 people voted for her in a small region of Poland.
Just in a Krakow region, which is very, very powerful electorate, considering small district. So she has a very strong mandate to go for a top job in European Union, and as I said, her CV is very good, and what is there is that she was able to turn around the taxation system in Poland. Treasury coffers were empty at the beginning of when she came to power, and when she left for European Parliament, we are very, very rich on the state level, and the financial situation of Poland is very desirable for whole Europe.
Right.
Could be done.
The other vector is her conciliatory skills. She led through many strikes, through many processes. As recently as the teachers' strike in Poland, she was in the forefront of that, negotiating with those people how to deal with that, and eventually the Law and Justice won.
And I believe,
this strike.
I believe that Central European countries should go together, that the alliance should be across nation borders, not political division, because we have common history. We suffer from communist regimes, and we understand very well that Russia is a threat to Europe, and we have the same insecurity if we talk about, for example, energy sector, and Russia playing big role in this sector together with Germany. So the head of European Commission should balance the hegemony of Germany, which I would say might threaten the very existence of European Union.
On the other hand, we have this Germany and France, the countries that are leading the European Union, and it's hard to believe that they will select anyone who is not connected to this.
I think it's not a real situation. The French President Emmanuel Macron plays the same role as Donald Tusk before he became a head of. He advanced to European structures. He's voicing the same interests for European Union as Donald Tusk several years ago, and it's a game played by Germany. I would say, I'm sorry that current French president is a puppet of German policies, and he plays a role in governed by Germany.
But he came to the office with the idea of unification of the European Union, of enforcing the Eurozone.
More Europe, yeah.
Right.
The same as Tusk.
And how can you imagine that these people will agree to a person like Beata Szydło?
I think it's an emergency situation. It's not your normal situation. We have very strong and stable government in Poland, a vision of Europe. And look to Germany. There is a permanent political crisis with Chancellor Merkel at the end of her career. Look to Great Britain. There is another crisis. France, Emmanuel Macron with the lowest support, historical support. The crisis in Italy. We need in Europe a strong personality as Beata Szydło or Mateusz Morawiecki, who would direct Europe in the right direction.
And that's proposition of Jerzy Bielewicz. We will see if this proposition will emerge. Anyway, the word has been set on this very program. Beata Szydło for President of European Commission. That's correct?
Exactly.
Jerzy Bielewicz.
Let's go for it.
Thank you very much for this conversation. And that was it for tonight's Poland Daily Business.